if I use myself as an example, I feel like when I am locked into my personality, which is a result of my conditioning, it's like I'm looking at the world through a lot of filters and sets of beliefs and through an identity of who I take myself to be. And intrinsic in that is a certain sense of being separate, a certain feeling of it's not quite it, or I'm missing the depth of contact that I felt in other moments when I felt wide open, where I felt in connection with nature or with another person, or in a moment of awe and wonder by some natural beauty, or touched by art or love. You know, there's many doorways, what I call into being, where I experience that sense of oneness. And in my normal day-to-day personality, which is fine, you know, it is basically an intelligent strategy to survive in the environment I grew up in, and it works. But in it, I often experience a certain sense of separation and isolation. And in me, because of these moments that I've been blessed to have in my life, where I felt deeply connected, there's a longing and a yearning to live in that space. And for me, I feel like I've had the good fortune and the intelligence to follow that longing and to see and to make it a high priority in my life. And it's led me into contact with beautiful people and with communities of people with certain shared ideals of wanting to realize their deepest potential, and it has become kind of central to the work that I do, where I try and inspire people to get in touch with that inner longing or urge and let it guide them. And I really trust this is like one of the most precious things we have inside. That longing will take you where you need to go. So if I'm longing for freedom, which I am, it doesn't take me necessarily to freedom. It takes me in the direction of freedom, but it takes me to those places inside of myself where I've cut myself off from freedom, where I've put up a barrier. So the longing is very precise. If you really feel it, it takes you where you need to go, and where you need to go is where you shut down. And the good news about that is it's very possible to work through those places, to feel through those places, to bring understanding, to bring compassion, to bring awareness to those places and become free of them, you know, and move on. Otherwise, you know, we just stay stuck in our personalities. We're just basically going round and round and round and round. And for a lot of people, I guess that's good enough. For me, it never really was. I always had this feeling there's something more. What is it? You know, we're here for such a short amount of time. I guess one way to say it is I want it all.